with the tenure of Buhari coming to an end, it seems governors have decided to downplay or totally reject the speech that Buhari gave asking Nigerians, asking banks to accept 200 naira as a legal tender. Right now, there are chaos everywhere. Bonfire, protests, riots, all have to do with this scarcity of Naira notes, the new Naira notes. The 1,000 Naira and 500 Naira is creating a lot of problems. People do not trust the government. This prompted the governor of Ogun State, apart from the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, that gave a speech saying this is still pending. The Supreme Court should be respected, the law should be respected, that Buhari cannot come to give a speech after the Supreme Court has stepped into it. This is overriding the judiciary, and this is not acceptable. He gave a speech, and the speech simply indicated to everyone that Buhari, what you have said is nonsense, is rubbish. Now, Dakpa Abiodun, governor of Ogun State, has vowed to withdraw the certificate of occupancy of any corporation or store that refuses to accept old Naira notes. The governor made this known via his verified Twitter handle on Friday. He said this, he said the Ogun State government will be revoking the certificate of occupancy, C of O, of any corporation or store that rejects old Naira notes from members of the public in the state in exchange for goods and services. Commercial outlets are hereby reminded that there is an existing court order by the Supreme Court, the apex court in Nigeria, directing that old notes remain legal tender. Yes, this is what the Supreme Court said. Old notes must remain legal tender. It must be accepted all over. 1,500 and 200 naira. The president's speech and directive should not be respected or obeyed. 1,500, 200 is a legal tender and must be accepted all over Nigeria. In fact, traders are protesting. They are protesting against this. They said 1,000 naira must be accepted, that they have to live their life. Everywhere is in chaos, total chaos. I mean, it is terrible as you can think of it. Protest everywhere, from Port Harcourt down to Lagos, down to Ogun State, down everywhere there is protest, down to Edo State. There is protest, and people are taking advantage of this to set banks, set places ablaze. They are shutting down a lot. Now, for those who are in diaspora, people who are abroad, they are not feeling the effect of this at all. I mean, they are not feeling or experiencing it firsthand. It could be a second or third hand experience if they have families in Nigeria. Because there are people who are saying that all of a sudden the governors are concerned and they want to obey the courts now. Are you trying to obey the court that you have been disobeying? Listen, the truth is this, that there is only a threat to those who benefit from lies. They are trying to say that the government, the president's, order, the CBN order should be kept. Well, if you live in Nigeria and you're not connected to some bank officials, or you are not a banker yourself or work with CBN, there is no way that you can talk about this in this manner. You know you do not have access to the money, to the new currency, and it's difficult. So people say, oh, they are now concerned about the suffering of the people that has been going on for 7 years and this and that. The reality is this: people are going through hardship. This sudden, deadline and all of this does not work. It should have been a 3-phase operation. That's it. It should have been a 3-phase operation. It shouldn't have been something that has been pushed on the people this way. It's terrible. Saying it is Emilio Tinubu's governor that are shouting and screaming. Yes, we know that APC governors are more than that of other parties, but then even if it's for their own interest, which I believe is not totally for their interest, because as it is, these governors will always have a way to have the new currency. It is a truth. It is those that are in Nigeria who do not have access to it. If not, why are people protesting? That's the truth. Why are people protesting? It is terrible. Why are people protesting? Well, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section. What is happening in your own vicinity? What is happening in your own environment? Drop it at the comment section. Is there free flow of cash in your hands? Is transaction going as it should? Do you have access to money from the ATMs? Are you able to go into the banks to pick up money, any denomination, or let us even say any amount? Is it possible? Let us know in the comment section.